Originally from Texas, caught the aviation bug early. His passion in flight led him to aerobatics, and more so, competitions where the judges position on the ground score for the perfect 45-degree lines, the perfect 90s, as well as the perfect moves. As we work our way to the second half of Craig's very high-energy power aerobatic routine, take a look as he now dives in over 220 miles an hour, and he will now rudder pedals, working the ailerons for roll, the elevator for pitch. To do things in this airplane was thought to be impossible some 4 decades ago. Let's watch as he cross controls into the vertical now, as he captured on top of this rolling figure called the spiraling tower. Indication that Craig Gifford is set and ready to go as he trades all of that altitude for a great deal of airspeed as he now falls this airplane out of the sky. Look for the rapid snap rolls, essentially a stall of one wing flying, one wing not, as he screams in the show center, high to the right, center of the hard box, and hunts for the sky once more. Serve our nation and to our emergency responders who help keep us safe. Craig says we owe the freedoms that we enjoy and the safety that we live in to their dedicated service and sacrifice. They say you don't so much get into these high-performance aerobatics. Be riding in it. She will be riding on it. And not only is she going to ride on the outside, but actually walk, surround the aircraft, and eventually work her way to the top wing and do her incredible wing walking thing. Stefan Trischuk is the pilot. He is going to work to climb to make sure the airplane is in perfect working order before he commits himself to some aerobatics that we are about to see. Carol is an individual who lives for exactly this. She says it's not the adrenaline, the risk, or the speed. She says it's freedom, and she's one of the very small anywhere in the world of people who call themselves wing walkers on our globe today. We are now going to watch high and to the right as Stefan Trischuk pushes the throttle forward and works his way inbound with Carol as he now pulls up and over the too tall, just sitting on the ground. But she's going to continue to be out there on that javelin strut as Stefan is this very noisy, going super steerman around. That sound that you just heard, not so much the engine, but rather the propeller tips going super. Now, we were talking a little bit about the term of wing walking. Very few in the world can actually call themselves that term because some simply just ride. Take a look at this. Carol has now worked to move from the wing position into the cockpit and will work her way to the top stanchion of the airplane. You can see her up there as the smoke comes on. She has to be very careful where she steps because the aircraft's wings are actually covered in fabric. Wrong step and a foot could actually go through the wing. Stefan has to pull the power back because she experiences in full power environments with hurricane force winds. It is remarkably violent. They cannot talk to one another and actually have to use hand signals to say she's A-OK and ready to go. She has now worked her way to the top stanchion of the airplane. She has 2 foot stirrups, a lap belt, and a couple of carabiners. Those are the only things keeping her on the airplane. And as Carol likes to say, throttle it up, baby. Here we go.
Oh my God!
What? It's on, I'm so happy she's still on it.
Bro, you gotta take a look. Take a
Let's see
look.
bodies. Hold on.
Oh,
No,
you can
video. Yeah, it's actually.
The staples of any third strike wing walking performance are a bright red airplane, a daring wing walker, and the best pilot skills available, along with mountains of billowing smoke. You'll find a smile behind every maneuver as well. Carol performs throughout the year of 2000.
You see her out there?
Carol has experience in dual wing walking, formation wing walks, nighttime. They go up and over, and as the speed depletes, the G-force becomes a little less. She's lighting the pulses. Environment almost in zero G as she's holding on, really just with those carabiners and those foot stirrups. What do you think of that, Duluth? Let's make some noise for Carol Pilon, the Boeing Super Steerman. Nope, 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 nope.
Yo, the zoom for this insane, bro.
Many of you have seen
So you get every single
This
dollar.
way, like, you come like me up
No
there
way
with
out
that,
there.
bro.
This aircraft
More than
built
that.
originally back in the 1930s as a primary trainer for the U.S. military. Many of them went on to serve as agricultural applicants. Get your cameras on this. And there's the move back into the, as soon as she's safely in the front seat, they'll power it around and they will set up to land. Ladies and gentlemen of Duluth, let's give it up, everybody, for Carol Pilon and the impressive wing walk performance of the Boeing Super Steerman biplane. And because it's required, Carol has to step back into the cockpit, sit down, and buckle up for landing. That's just the rule. Shortly after Stefan gets the Steerman landed. Bags and bags. There are so many things to do at today's air show that we want you and your family to be safe. The Duluth Airshow, presented by Essentia Health and Members Cooperative Credit Union, would like to thank all of our partners and sponsors for helping us host the largest air show in Minnesota. Please help us in thanking Essentia Health, Members Cooperative Credit Union, Cirrus Aircraft, Edward Jones, Silvas. As the C-130 now climbs up to altitude for our Wings of Blue full display here in just a little bit, we get ready for the presentation of the P-38 Lightning. This particular aircraft named 23 Skidoo, and it's the aircraft that is being presented to us by the Richard Ira Bond Veterans Center of Superior, Wisconsin. This particular aircraft, built in Burbank, California in 1944. It was the 5,018th aircraft produced by the Lockheed Company. That was a distinct number because it marked exactly half of the number of Lightnings produced. Whether she's competing, performing air shows, or simply flying for fun, every flight teaches Britt something new, and that continuous pursuit of learning is what keeps her coming back. When she's not flying aerobatics, she enjoys working on airplanes, cooking, and scuba diving. Britt flies the Extra 330 SC, regarded as one of the world's premier unlimited aerobatic platforms. Powered by the Lycoming AEIO 580 engine, producing about 350 horsepower, has an incredible thrust-away performance. During today's performance, we'll see here, Britt will experience up to 10 G's plus and negative 8 G's, with those forces making her body feel more than 10 times heavier than normal. And of course, Britt's Extra 330 SC can roll at more than 400 degrees per second. Special thank you goes to Super One Foods for sponsoring Britt's appearance at this year's show. Their support helps great performers like Britt to Duluth, and we appreciate their commitment in making this event possible. Represents Champion Aerospace, whose slick magnetos and aviation spark plugs power her Extra 330 SC. She also serves as a brand ambassador for Extra Aircraft. If you're inspired by today's performance, you can learn more and discover how you can start flying aerobatics by visiting the Aerobatic International Club at IAC.org. One wing to give you a look right down into the cockpit, right into the office where Britt Lincoln does her work. Ladies and gentlemen, represented by Super One Foods, let's put our hands together and make some noise for Britt Lincoln and today's performance in the Extra 330 SC. The wings of blue, over!
No, they jump already.
controllability check, ensuring the canopy is safe to fly before setting up a precision landing in the target area before you. 100 jumps. Let's make some noise for Tech Sergeant Charles Burns. Now enter your airship from Coneytown, Maryland with 600 jumps. Shouting at his wife, Kirsten, put your hands together for Patrick Mojica. Let's make some noise.
Watch that nigga there. He just sit down and watch them come down.
Yeah.
He never move.
Welcome to Major Zachary Switch Shelton.
The way I'm sit down here, you know, a long time.
Up next, from Duluth, Montana, on her 500 jump.
Woo!
Give it up for Cadet First Class, Allison Foster.
Woo!
Coming in on from Fort Collins, Colorado, with 730 jumps, shouting at his fiancee, Nicole Tetro. This year is for Cadet First Class, Pablo Lopez Maera. Our final jumper from San Antonio, Texas, with 738 jumps, shouting out Audrey Henry. Put your hands together for Cadet First Class, Zach Cooper.
From the right at just 120 miles an hour, the C-17 and the slow speed pass. Here they come now, the KC-135 Stratotaker and the C-17 Clubmaster 3 in the pre-contact position. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give it up for the crew of the C-17 Clubmaster 3 and the KC-1. And it was from this aircraft that fighter pilots of the Korean and Vietnam the F-100, the F-45, perhaps the F-4 Phantom, just to name a few. She is now inbound and her music starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Duluth Airshow, Melissa Burns and the Zipco Edge 540. Watch her as she rolls it around at slow speed for a maneuver known as the torque roll, as she rolls it right back down through her own smoke. And she'll point it on the 90-degree down line. Watch for the rapid and quick snap rolls as she recovers out of this maneuver now, quickly working her way to some 230 miles an hour. Melissa began her adventures in flight, flying with her grandmother, flying in a simple 150 Aerobatic. She went on to become a champion rock climber and graduated from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, where she played on the men's varsity soccer team. Subsequently, Melissa began the university's first women's varsity team. She's always wanted to fly and apply her skills, and it was in 2004 she participated in the U.S. National Aerobatic Championships. She placed first in the unknown category of competitions. We're going to watch her now as the rapid onset of G brings her back to show center as she works her way to our left. Let's make some noise and give it up, everybody, for Melissa Burns at the Zimco Edge 540. 2026 marks Melissa's 5th year back on the airshow circuit after having her 2 kids. She is just owning the sky for us today. And on top of her aerobatic flying, she has experience flying for the airlines in locations as far away as Alaska, flying seaplanes and air taxis from the Maui base camp for Talkeetna Air Taxi. We are seeing it big time here today as she flies this airplane in all 3 dimensions, doing such a fabulous job on this Sunday. Let's continue to give it up for Melissa Burns. She performs the octagon loop, a big stop sign in the sky out there, as she works her way to the left. This airplane has a roll rate of over 400 degrees per second. That's a lot of green, blue for you and me in that cockpit. And it actually only takes a couple of inches on the control stick to get this thing turning around like a top. Melissa is a 4-time member of the U.S. Unlimited Aerobatic team and a 3-time recipient of the coveted Betty Skelton Trophy. Into the vertical, let's watch as she continues to hold it on that up line, running all out of up, kicking on that left rudder as she caps it on the top of that maneuver. In knife edge flight, let's watch for the shoulder rolls as she accelerates once again back to the center of the aerobatic airspace out there. She's going to work her way off to our left-hand side, and in just a moment, we're going to go up live to the cockpit and say hello to Melissa Burns as she flies for us here today. Let's see if we can go up and say hello. Hey, Melissa, it's Luke on the ground. How do you copy?
Hey, Luke, I have you loud and clear. Do you me?
I've got you 5x5. The airplane's looking great today. You're really tearing it up out there.
Tell you what, I'm having so much fun playing around with this Luke, getting ready for a little stunt work. Could not ask for a more beautiful air show day.
Yeah, that is certainly very, very true. Well, I know you're going to be setting up for something pretty special, right?
Absolutely. You'll see my pole team out there. I'm going to go fly over the top of us and come through and do 2 ribbon cuts. After 2 ribbons, 1 cutting it upside down, and the final one, nice edge.
Copy that. We'll tell them all about it. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen, to the right.
Shout out to everyone in the audience. Chase your dreams, make good decisions. Anything is possible. And the professor, he has to tell you, study hard in school.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the mic open so she can hear you. Let's make some noise from Melissa Burns, live from the cockpit of the Zimco Edge. Hear that?
I hear him. I'm going to give him a big wave when I come by. Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. Now, we told you a little bit about it, and Melissa mentioned it as well. If you take a look out in front of us on the runway, you will see a couple of poles out there and a couple of ribbons that are strung between those poles. The poles are separated by about 50 feet. Watch as she goes underneath the ribbons. There she goes. And she's about to set up for something only a handful of pilots who are actually qualified to do. It's called a ribbon cut, as she works to cut the top set of those ribbons that are only separated from the ground by about 20 feet, and there's about 20 feet of separation between those ribbons. This is going to be an attempt, ladies and gentlemen, and whether or not she can do it is really the big question mark. It just has to feel right, look right, and just make sense. So now she's had the chance to calibrate herself by going underneath the ribbons. We're in for a hot run from the right. What I didn't tell you is she's going to do it while flying upside down. This is going to take a great deal of precision. Let's watch. 3, 2, 1. Cha-ching, she got it. Let's give it up, everybody, for Melissa Burns in the inverted ribbon cut. Oh, yeah. That's difficult. It's made more so challenging with the environment that we have with a bit of this breeze, as you can imagine. Melissa's going to work her way around to the left and set up for another pass. And she likes to cut these ribbons while flying into the wind. It gives her a little more feel, a little more control over the airframe. Let's watch as she goes right over top of it. And we've still got one more set out there, and that is indeed what we're about to see next. And she's going to reposition and come by between those poles in a different mode of flight. This is going to be called knife edge flight. The wings, she's going to put it up on one wing, and they're really not going to be creating a whole lot of lift whatsoever. She's just going to be using the rudder to keep that airplane where it needs to be, and of course, all of that engine power to bring her down the line. Let's take a look. We saw it big time. Let's again put our hands together for Melissa. Performance of Melissa Burns at the Simcoe Edge 540. Way to go, Melissa. The Duluth Airshow, presented by Essentia Health and Members Cooperative Credit Union, would like to thank all of our partners and sponsors for helping us host the largest air show in Minnesota. Please help us in thanking Essentia Health, Members Cooperative Credit Union. Bob Richards and Makira, the Pitts Special Biplane. Oh, just you wait. We're about to learn lots about this aviator and this aircraft as Bob works his way to the left and hunts his way into the vertical. This is the start of so many gyroscopic figures that will truly make your head spin. Bob Richards, of course, a guy who started flying RC models as a kid and today flies Makira. This, the one and only Pitt Special version built by longtime performer Doug Dodge. Bob is one of the most dynamic performers in the Midwest United States, and you're about to see why as he rolls the aircraft around to the left in this spiraling tower maneuver. As he hangs it on the drop, he'll trade ends and recover right there. What makes this biplane so capable is its very large flight control surfaces, basically power steering, that not only allows Bob to perform maneuvers with finesse, but give it full deflection and perform some very dizzying maneuvers just like this one. Watch for the snap rolls on the down line. 1 and 2. As he works his way inbound for his next maneuver. Right down on the deck, we're going to watch as he pulls up. Here's the 45 up line, forward rolls, and around he goes. That's called the centrifuge. And it's kind of like taking a ride in your washing machine. And again, for me, it's a whole lot of #no. I have had the chance to fly in some of these airplanes. And I've had a chance to ride along during some aerobatic flights. I don't do well, had to throw up. Didn't know which way up was. We're gonna watch now to the inverted as he continues to rock and roll this Makira Pitts Special biplane back to show center. This is called the double avalanche. It's a loop with 2 rolls on the top. That's the double avalanche, and that's Makira. Let's give it up for Bob Richards. The term Machaira, in fact, a Greek word. It means two-edged sword. Machaira hydrobatic. He's going to have one arm up, and he's going to give you all a big wave as he, no kidding, holds it feet above the tarmac out there on the runway. This is going to be a cool photo opportunity, so I hope you get your cameras and your smartphones ready. Slowing it down, about 80 miles an hour right there. The smoke is on. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's the very unique photo pass. Bob Richards and Machaira. One hand up in the air, the other hand in the arm, of course, working the controls. You can see him move the stick just a bit as he's jostled around with those winds out there. Of course, the gusty on the bank throughout the full 360-degree rolling maneuver. That's the 4-point roll flown to precision by Michael Turfer. Let's give it up for him in the MiG-17. It's now time that we say hello to Mike Turfer live from the cockpit. Turf, it's Luke here on the ground. How copy?
There she goes. Push it hard. 300 knots.
300 knots, that's about 345 miles an hour.
350. 400.
460 miles an hour.
A ver,
Sí, ya no eso.
Oh.
633 miles an hour. Take a look at that. Going by on that pass at a percentage very close to the...
In other words,
pride, precision, and professionalism of all airmen of the United States Air Force. Respected air power in the world, the pinnacle of teamwork and dedication of the world's most elite force in air, space, and cyberspace. We are first, last, and always a fighter squadron. Our maintenance professionals can transform our jets to be combat ready in 72 hours to provide the protection under which our democracy operates. Today, you will witness the unparalleled teamwork, aerial precision, and raw power employed in combat. 30,000 feet, climbing 30,000 feet.
Thunderbirds, start one, ready now. Canopies down, ready to eat now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Major Sam Larson, Thunderbird 8, the team's advanced pilot and narrator from Davenport, Iowa. It's great to be here. Mission, a demonstration of the teamwork, dedication, and professionalism that mirrors that of your Air Force active duty, Guard, and Reserve personnel deployed around the globe. As your Thunderbirds taxi out to begin today's demonstration, the Thunderbird crew chiefs are already preparing for their recovery. Let's watch as our maintenance professionals continue to demonstrate the same level of precision on the ground that you are about to witness in the sky. In just 6 days, the first Thunderbird team crafted a demonstration that would shape the future of military jet demonstration teams for years to come. The Thunderbirds became the first supersonic capable jet demo team in 1956, with the transition to the F-100 Super Sabre. In the early years, flying at supersonic speeds and creating a sonic boom was an accepted way to begin the demonstration. While supersonic flight is now prohibited, the Thunderbird tradition of showcasing America's frontline fighter aircraft and representing the pride, precision, and professionalism of all airmen continues today in the current team. With 31 different Air Force career fields, this team is a diverse group of exceptional airmen from all across this great nation who have committed to a mission greater than themselves. Each Thunderbird is filled with a sense of pride and purpose that represents the agile combat capability of your United States Air Force.
Runway 27, you are cleared for takeoff. It's showtime! Thunderbird 1, clear for takeoff. Runway 27. Thunderbird, let's run them up! Stand by. Smoke up ready now. Smoke up ready now. Thunderbird, release brakes ready now. Burners now.
Approaching from the right. This is a rare opportunity to go inside the cockpit of Thunderbird 1 as night calls for the 4 Diamond pilots to perform simultaneous aileron rolls in close formation.
Ready, now and roll.
I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't
Now
ever slow.
approaching ahead and to the left, the Thunderbirds are in the challenging trail formation, with each wingman flying just a few feet from the aircraft in front of them. On command, watch as they smoothly transition back into the Thunderbird Diamond. Approach upside down at nearly 500 miles per hour. As he reaches show center, watch as he quickly rolls 360 degrees back to inverted flight. Straight up into the vertical and trail formation. Emerging from the smoke, you will see the pilots have skillfully transformed back into the Thunderbird. Level of concentration and discipline that every Air Force pilot must employ, whether flying combat missions over hostile territory or flying in support of humanitarian efforts in adverse conditions. Now watch as Thunderbird 6 completes his rejoin with the Diamond to perform the low bomb burst. repositions for the Delta Burst. The flying skill and grace you see evolves from over 73 years. Approaching from directly in front, your 2026 Thunderbirds and the inspirational Delta Burst.
Our USAF Computer Systems Administration and Aircraft Safety Observer from Bourne, Texas, Staff Sergeant Sean Whitney. Our NCOICF Thunderbird radio frequency transmission from Orlando, Florida, Senior Airman Eaglebert Okendo. Our NCOICF Thunderbird Airlift Operations and Notes Specialist from Rockwall, Texas, Tech Sergeant Matthew D. Ostroff.